Hey, I'm Ben Silverio.
I'm Tabitha Burch.
I'm Warwick Johnson.
And I'm Ansel Burch.
And it's
Time to
party.
We are not doctors. We don't give medical advice. Please drink responsibly. This episode was recorded on May 30th, 2024. I'll try and edit it so that you're singing at the same time.
Magneto was right, party people, and we're here to tell you why. Welcome back to Time to Party, where, stuff.
Yeah.
Time. And parties. Party people, we've had some awesome months here on Time to Party. We had some great interviews with some incredible filmmakers. And, school's out, right? So who wants to be in the vicinity of education, right now?
Summer is here. It's time to unwind, put the books away, and get the bottles out, right?
Yeah.
There you go. That's the end. That's the intro. We have some incredible guests for some very special episodes this month because to talk about X-Men 97, that incredible Disney Plus show from Marvel Entertainment, Marvel Studios, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves now.
Marvel Animation.
Yeah. We have two of our great friends, amazing people, crazy creators. Ansel, you want to introduce our first guest?
Yeah. My extended roommate, and then we can talk about your extended roommate.
To be clear, very different roommates.
Very different.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah. We have my beautiful wife, model, actor, TikTok fame monster.
Oh, yeah, so famous.
Yeah, thousands of people have seen your work. It's my wife, Tabitha Burch.
It's
me. My
wife.
And also joining us is writer extraordinaire, comics, novels, quippy one-off jokes, Simpsons references, which he didn't write but will happily recite. We have Warwick S. Johnson.
Bonjour. Warwick S. Johnson. I put a Simpsons reference in my horror novel. So if it, fingers crossed, like 2 years down the line, hopefully it makes it through edits and it stays in. So
I was saying
the things that I do to keep myself sane while I write about ghosts all day. So
I forgot where I was, and I just randomly referenced Stupid Sexy Flanders, and it just comes up a lot. I don't know. Anyways,
always a good reference though.
Yes. Yes, party people. This month we have these very special episodes about a TV show, because we know normally we're talking about movies and stuff, as hopefully you know. But we're deviating from the format slightly this month. This episode, we will be giving you smoking and drinking rules. Next episode, we will be giving you the review as usual. But the third episode, instead of edutainment, we're just going to nerd the fuck out about X-Men.
So much nerding.
So much nerdy. Past, present, future of X-Men. So keep tuning in. It'll be great. I promise.
The once and future nerds, as we are.
Yeah.
Correct. But first, let's get hammered.
Yeah.
Yes. So because there are 4 of us on this episode, we just got a few drinking rules for you. Drinking, smoking, whatever, like Ansel says at the top. We're not doctors.
We're not doctors. We're also not cops, so
Yeah. Do what you want to do, but do it safely and responsibly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, test all your stuff for fentanyl, kids.
And don't
I know what to tell you.
Yeah. And
That's
don't tell anybody we told you to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, you can tell them that we told you to do that, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. The testing, for sure.
There's nothing illegal about that.
That's good advice.
That's just
everyone should do that. Yeah.
100%.
Don't put anything in your nose or up your dick without testing it first.
Yes.
Just saying.
Just like my granddad used to say.
Not enough people talk about that stuff. There's no shame in discussing the things you're putting up your dick safely.
Yeah,
safely, consensually.
Safely, yeah, those are the two big ones.
Yeah, unlike Charles Xavier and his mind fuckery.
Don't be like Charles Xavier. Always get consent.
That's how you get brain STDs. Like in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yet another reason why Magneto is right.
Charles, I don't think this is ethical. Shut up.
Shut up. Hashtag Joseph was right.
There it is. All right. So my first drinking rule is take a drink whenever we get a cool costume change. We touch on this later on in the month, but we do get a number of incredible costumes in this series.
We do.
My favorite is Jubilee's, but there's so many good ones. I mean, Storm has a bunch of outfit changes.
Hair changes.
Hair changes.
We get Villain Rogue.
Yes, get her prior to being an X-Men.
Jean and Madeline's various costume changes are always
yeah.
I guess
the Goblin Queen outfit. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Which the toy is very different from.
The comic is very different from.
No, I mean just because when I saw the toy, I was just like, oh, this is pretty risque for a Marvel show on Disney Plus. And then we see the actual one.
It's way more.
And they toned it back a little bit.
The toy tones it back a little bit.
Yeah, the toy was toned down.
Okay,
impressive.
Interesting. All right.
Because the toy has her in just regular pants and other things. So
okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna count Gambit and his sexy crop top?
Got it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that counts.
You have to.
Crop top 2024.
That is peak 1990s fashion there, my friends. As someone who was living in the 1990s. Men crop tops were everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Originally, this rule was going to be take a drink for every iconic piece of 90s clothing, but I think you'd be really drunk in the first episode. So
yes.
You would not make it through the series.
Yes. So I don't recommend doing that one.
Take a drink anytime Gambit says share.
Oh, Jesus.
Man.
Yeah, but if anybody's already watched the series, it's the first 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Right. So you just get a nice buzz going into the back half of the series.
This is a good point to remind everybody that these rules are meant to be taken a la carte.
Also,
pick a few.
Spoiler.
Fudge how.
Also, a spoiler warning. I think I forgot to say that in our future episodes, but yeah, we're getting into spoilers this month.
Guys, if you haven't seen the show, don't worry. He just stopped saying share a lot.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
That's all
he just says it a lot
it's
in
really
the first couple episodes,
so
and he just was like, I don't feel like it anymore.
In the second half, he's from Texas.
Yeah. Y'all. He switches to darling a lot more.
Oh my god.
All right. For mine, and I'm glad that we phrased the a la carte one, because mine is going to be take a sip every time there is an iconic catchphrase uttered. Because they drop those in a lot in this series, and I think that'd be very fun. Get nice and shwasted.
I like that.
Yeah.
I have one for the hardcore fans, but I think everybody can play this one. Take a drink every time you think they probably needed just 10 more minutes to finish explaining why this thing happened.
It's the last 3 episodes. You're gonna just be pounding.
What?
Yeah. What is happening?
I'm sure that makes sense if you know the lore.
I guess we're just doing this, huh?
Oh, okay.
See, not everyone has Tabitha next to them while watching to explain everything.
Everything.
And I pity them. What the fuck was that about? Oh, well, in the 90s they were... Sure.
Back in my day.
Come to
she's
me,
a
my
clone.
X-Men.
Oh, okay.
Oh, of course she is.
Come to me, my X-Men, and let me tell you of an old time in the 90s. Gosh, I mean, I don't want to say, like, we're not old. The 90s wasn't that long ago. But whenever the youths are just like, wait, who's Boys to Men? I'm just like, oh, come on.
I think I'm older than all of you. I think.
Yes, you are.
Mm. Yeah.
And you're not old.
I am 50.
No.
That's not old.
I mean,
that's what we thought was old when we were when we were 20.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm all about that Riz. No cap. I'm
what are the kids saying nowadays?
How do you do, fellow Gen Zers?
Are we still doing fam? Is that still happening?
Meanwhile, probably. Gen X sits there. Everyone's just ignoring me as usual.
You're probably happier for it.
We are.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm just picturing Warwick as Steve Buscemi.
I got a broccoli haircut, like wig on.
Oh my god!
And I'm just like, oh, straight bussin', right? Am I right?
Can episode 4 just be Warwick like saying Gen Z phrases? Just
Gen Z,
but with no context.
No context whatsoever.
I would tune into that podcast. It's
longest.
Well, then I have.
Long as there's new Gen Z phrases to say, I'll be there.
And I mean,
I'm gonna kind of maybe learn some slang.
I was about to throw shade at another podcast, but I'm not gonna.
I've used all of my Gen Z slang that I know. And honestly, I don't even really know.
You know more than I do.
Words.
That's
yeah.
I just know that those are words. I don't know what they mean.
Yes, same.
None of us can call you on it, so.
And the fact that we're talking about it probably means they're not going to be using it for that much longer.
Oh yeah, they're already dead.
That's a valid point.
Oh.
All right. My next rule is a shot rule.
Ooh.
Where, we here at Time to Party like to show respect to a number of people, places, and things. I mean, Ansel, who are some of the shot rules that we've given in the past?
Ah, Jesus. J.K. Simmons has gotten a shot rule.
Mm-hmm.
I think we gave Whoopi a shot rule.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
There's been
lots
some
of
good
people.
ones.
We've done
lots of people.
Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Oh,
yep.
different.
Different shots.
Different shots, different rule. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for this rule, I'd like y'all to give a shot. I'd like you bubs to give a shot to
Jesus.
Wolverine's motorcycle, aka the Toy Biz mutant cycle.
Yes.
Yep.
This was a toy that I had as a kid that I was very confused about because it was never on the show and never in the comics.
Nope.
And I'm like, why does this have Wolverine's face on it?
Why would you drive a motorcycle that just
with
has
your face?
6 claws? Yeah,
and
with
claws
your face
coming out of the wheels.
And claws.
And now it's canon.
You can't
now
that.
It's
Yep.
now it's real.
It doesn't make more sense, but it is real.
But it is
It's
real.
true.
It does exist.
I say take a drink anytime Logan says something snide under his breath about Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Because he told everybody, this is a bad idea, guys. And he kept saying it.
Yep. Logan is basically spending most of the first season just whispering bitch every time Magneto walks by.
Yes.
Bitch.
Accurate.
Wolverine is the shadiest member of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Yep.
Truly.
Throwing fists and throwing shade.
All right. I will say to take a drink every time Cyclops or Phoenix cuck the other one. So it happens a lot. So get ready. But for whatever reason, it's a recurring thing. So I think that'll be think that's the rule that I'll put out there.
No kink shame. We're not kink shaming anyone.
No kink shaming.
No,
no, that's fine.
It's just a thing that's happening.
Yeah, you go into a hotel room and they've got the Jean Grey chair there, right there, waiting. So, that's what they call it.
That's what they call it.
The little chair that faces the bed. It's the Jean Grey chair.
It's the Jean Grey chair next to the Gideon's Bible. I don't know what to... These are just what those things are called.
Yeah, those are just phrases.
Mine is a little bit more meta, my last rule. I would like you to take a good gulp every time you are given a new location, because this show just loves to find a new location for no apparent reason.
It's true. They do go to multiple places.
Yeah. Now, if you want to preserve your liver a little bit, you can only do it for like major locations. So like, oh, okay, we're out in a random desert. That's fine. You don't have to drink for that. But like, all right, now we're in Genosha. Now we're on Asteroid M. Now,
when they name check the big places. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of one more that is probably one you should use sparingly. Like, if you're only using this rule, just maybe just do this one. Take a drink every time Morph transforms into a non-X-Men character.
Oh.
Okay.
For a couple of those episodes, you're just going to be drink.
Are you saying non-team or are you saying non-X character? Because there are a couple.
I guess I should be more specific and say non-mutants. But
okay.
Okay.
That's a good point.
I think it's fine to say non-team, like non-main
X-Men.
X-Men team.
Yeah.
Because I think it's only a couple in the beginning. So I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, because there's Hulk, Mr. Fantastic, Blob.
And they don't show up till like later. Blob.
I would count Blob as an X-Men character.
He's not an X-Man.
Technically,
he's not an X-Man. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can probably play with that one if you pick it. There are a few variations. Yep. Wait,
or
what do they
if
call
you
it?
hate yourself, just take a sip anytime he morphs into anything.
Oh my god.
So,
yep.
Then you're dead.
Anytime Morph changes from their regular face,
you would be wrecked, but it would be worth it.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
if you want to get really drunk,
and then just finish the bottle when they transform into Jean Grey.
Yep.
Aww.
It'll help heals.
Another rule that use sparingly. Anytime Scott says Jean.
Oh my god.
Jean.
That's
all the time.
That's like when you're watching In Bruges and you drink every time they say Bruges. Like it's a lot. Or when you watch High School Musical and you drink every time they say Wildcats.
Right.
Or you watch the original fan of that particular rule.
It's so funny.
Wildcats.
Because you get so drunk in like the first two numbers, basically.
Yeah.
And don't do it with wine. That's a terrible choice.
That's a terrible choice.
Don't do any drinking game with wine.
Yeah, no, that's very bad.
That's what I would suggest. But it's fine.
Tiny sips anytime someone says Jean. Anytime Scott says Jean.
Anytime Jean faints, take like a very small sip.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man, the Summers
She's
clan.
supposed to be an Omega level mutant, isn't she?
Right?
Yeah,
she is. She's supposed to be.
That doesn't mean she's invulnerable.
Yep.
That's true.
Take the smallest sip you can every time the X-Men are unnecessarily hot for whatever reason. Like Gambit making pancakes in his crop top. It's like why is he so hot right now? Madeline Pryor. There's no reason for that.
We have failed to talk about the great crime of stealing Rogue's ass from us.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
I mean...
I also am a little exasperated by it, but it is in the discourse.
Hey, the booty's there,
Yeah,
look,
we know her booty's there. It's fine.
Yeah. And besides, we got the Madeline Pryor stuff in the third episode. I was like, oh, this is just pornography. Like, I love it. This is great.
mean,
so I don't have a problem with. Yeah, it's like I don't have. I'm like that's fine, but just so we're clear. So I don't have a problem with the rogue thing because it's like, yeah, but I mean, like, you know, they were like, all right, the censors were like, you got to tone it down somewhere. And they were like, okay.
X-Men 97 will likely be the sexual awakening of many teenagers.
So many.
You know.
But it'll only be because of Gambit and his crop top.
Sure.
I mean, as it should.
Yep.
With his little rat tail.
Mm-hmm.
So 90s.
We still don't exactly know what his headpiece thing is, right? Like, is it a sock that he just cut holes in? Like, what's the?
Know.
Yeah,
I've never figured.
I mean, it's his little head sock that keeps his ears warm. You know, I mean, Gambit's ears get really cold. I guess.
Yeah, sometimes you need a head sock.
Yeah, but he lives in the bayou, not Chicago.
Yeah,
that's why he's cold everywhere else.
Yeah,
he lives in New York.
That's true. He lives in New York. That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cold all the time.
New York sucks. Like for a lot of reasons.
Especially
upstate. I guess. I don't know. I haven't actually ever been to upstate.
It's not great.
So.
Although the buffalo wings in Buffalo are pretty good.
And the steamed hams in Albany.
Steamed ham. All right, party people. There you have it. You have your rules to enhance your X-Men 97 viewing experience. Go back and rewatch it. Or, you know, if you've been living under a rock, I guess, go watch it for the first time. Yeah. Highly recommend X-Men 97. I think everyone on this panel will speak very highly of this show, as you will hear throughout the month. Until our next episode, where we will be reviewing the entire first season of X-Men 97 with spoilers. So there's your spoiler warning.
Get ready.
Yes.
Spoiler. It's awesome.
Get ready. Absolutely. Spoiler, Magneto was right.
Most of the time, at least.
Most of the time
it works every time.
Until then, you can find us on the internet. I'm at bsilverio20 on Instagram and X and whatever else.
I'm at OperaGhostPTO on Instagram and TikTok.
I'm at Warwick_Johnson on Instagram because I refuse to go back to Twitter.
Nice. I am at The Indecisionist on all of the meta properties.
You can join the conversation by using the hashtag, if you still use hashtags. Hashtag time2party. That's time the number 2 party.
Or time the number 2 party, all spelled out. Thanks to Warwick here.
Or hashtag time the number 2 party, all spelled out. Thanks to Warwick. Is also a valid hashtag for these episodes.
Madness.
All of that.
Madness.
All of it. You have to use all of it, or
I'll tag it on the Instagram.
That's how hashtags work.
If you say them, you have to type them.
You put a hashtag in, and then you search them, and then they come up, and it's like, oh, look at these hashtags. And people are like, wow, what a hashtag. That's all it is. It's a lot like the stock market.
Or crypto.
Or crypto, yeah.
Party people, until the next episode, as you get your X-Men on, remember to be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.
Never skip the intro.